protect our country to the last drop of blood. So this needs to be very clear to them, that if they want us to work together, they need to respect us. They need to understand that the seat that, any president of a country would sit at the United Nations or anywhere is where our president will also sit. And the Gambia is also a member of all these organizations and the UN, as any other country in the world. We have our laws, we have our constitution, and we have every right to protect the interests of this country. So without that moral authority that they don't have, for them to come and then try and impose us certain things or suggest certain conditions, that they would want to impose on us in a bid to get, something from them, we are saying let them take their money, let them take their aid, let them take whatever we have been surviving without them. And we will continue to survive because we have God, we have Allah, and we have our Gambian brothers and sisters that will stand by this government, that will stand by His Excellency the President to ensure that, that promised land, which is making Gambia, the beacon of hope for Africa, making Gambia the best country in the world, we will ensure together that we accompany His Excellency to deliver to the Gambian people. So let them understand that without that respect, this case is closed. I thank you very much.
Honorable Speaker, the actions of the Gambian people is in line with democratic and good governance that the people of the Republic of the Gambia empowered on His Excellency the President and the government to exercise their civic rights, to come to Parliament under whose powers and authority that we are here for. Honorable Speaker, if you look at Section 1 of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, Sub 1 states that the Gambia is a sovereign secular republic. Sub 2, the sovereignty of the Gambia resides in the people of the Gambia from whom all organs of government derive their authority and in whose name and for whose welfare and prosperity the powers of government are to be exercised in accordance with this Constitution. And that's what we saw on Friday. The government of the Republic of the Gambia and the National Assembly is here for and on behalf of the people of the Republic of the Gambia. I was reading an editorial, Honorable Speaker. They referred the National Assembly to Section 112 in insinuations and anticipations of today's extraordinary session. Honorable Speaker, but they err because Section 112 of the Constitutions of the Republic of the Gambia, and it reads, with your permission, sir, it says, the responsibilities of the members of the National Assembly shall include the following. A, all members shall maintain the dignity of the National Assembly, both during the sitting of the National Assembly and in their acts and activities outside the National Assembly. And B says, all members shall regard themselves as servants of the people of the Gambia. This is from any conduct by which they seek improperly to enrich themselves or alienate themselves from the people, and shall discharge their duties and functions in the interest of the nations as a whole, and in doing so shall be influenced by the dictates of conscience and the national interest. Honorable Speaker, what we are doing presently is in accordance with that provision under the dictate of the people of the Republic of the Gambia. They have spoken. We have seen them here. People from all walks of life. Young people were represented. Women were represented. The civil society were represented. The civil servants were represented. Farmers were represented. So it shows a combination of all and sundry, every Gambian, every corner of this country were represented. And they made their way to Parliament and says, look, this is what we are. This is our message, not only to the President or to you, the National Assembly, but this is our message to the world in particular. And Honorable Speaker, anybody in this country, irrespective of your political belief, irrespective of your knowledge, irrespective of who you are, you can only agree that for the Assembly to call the extraordinary sessions in order to consider the petitions of the Gambian people is in line with the dictates of the 1997 Constitution. Honorable Speaker, having said that, let me now turn into the issues highlighted by the European Union. Honorable Speaker, the majority leader in his interventions did indicate, and in fact he has set the record straight, and the Honorable Minister for Presidency. Before 1994, let's ask ourselves how many media houses were in place at the time, both print and electronic. And as we speak today, we have 28 private and community radio stations in this country. And government owns only one, that is Grts radio, both its medium wave and the FM band. If government wasn't committed towards the freedom of the press, if government wasn't interested in giving the press their due, would not have issued license to 28 private radio stations in this country. And they are operating freely. And they are not closed. What government is interested is, as long as they are committed towards protecting the freedom and the independence of the press, it is the responsibility of government as well to respect, to protect the interest, the peace, sovereignty, and stability of the people of the Republic of the Gambia.
Honorable Speaker, every individual should seek refuge from Satan before you deliberate on this motion. For simple reasons. If you want to reiterate on the points, you make Gambians to be more furious. Therefore, a lot has been said. And reiterating on the points will make Gambians to be angry. Therefore, let us remember that this book we call the Constitution was accepted by over 80% of Gambians. So therefore, who is somebody? And that somebody being a foreigner to say no to what Gambians feel that what they are going to use to protect them. This is to protect the Gambians. The Constitution is here to protect us. You see, if you are a Muslim and you read the Quran well, you would not be surprised when certain things are happening. Because the Quran had told you these things long time ago. It is something that keep on occurring all the time. You see, in the time of the Holy Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the hypocrites were amongst his people. They were telling him, we are with you, while they were not with him. But the Almighty Allah has to reveal them out. They were revealed. The Prophet knew. So anything that comes, if you go back